Hi everyone. So today I noticed that they released two new trailers for some Marvel stuff coming up. Well, actually, technically three. Maybe we'll watch that too, but we'll see. Um, One for Captain America: Brave New World and Thunderbolts. Captain America: Brave New World is the one that I have the least faith in, if I'm being honest. But I thought we'd watch these together and maybe just talk about it because I have a lot to say about how Marvel's doing right now, and I would like um, to to talk about that, and I think this would be a good time too. So we're gonna go ahead and do that, and I won't say too much while it's going on, but I might talk a little just in case there's copyright stuff. I don't know. We'll see. But all right, Captain America first.
You asked for me.
Oh, that's Bradley.
Here I am.
Isaiah. Yeah.
You want to help me? Is there anything you remember?
Remember.
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States, Thaddeus Ross.
Wait, Ross is president? They made a super soldier go crazy?
Whatever this is, Cap, be careful.
It's kind of brainwashing thing.
What do we know?
There were 5 shooters. This was a coordinated terrorist attack,
Hang on. It's at the highest thing. Maybe it's a stylistic choice.
sir.
I was a wartime general. Now I'm a wartime president. Your inner circle's been compromised. Let me fix it. Watch yourself. You're not Steve Rogers. You're right. I'm not.
Okay. Okay.
Wait.
Nanotech? Okay. Okay.
We're on the brink of war.
It's a cool trailer.
Trust anyone.
Nice editing. People die. Wow.
This
Okay.
feels right.
Captain America. You ever ask yourself who's playing who?
That's Giancarlo. I've met him in real life, by the way, in case you wanted to know that.
Someone's been pulling the strings on everything.
You're under arrest.
I don't want a variable out there that I can't control.
The fuck?
Captain America caught without his wings.
You like to play dress up and blindly execute the state's orders.
Don't say I didn't warn you.
What if this is a trap?
You don't even know what this is.
Huh.
Since when were they red?
Huh. The CG on him looks good.
You want me? Come and get me!
Bullshit. You ain't gonna win that one. I don't care what you say, what the movie says. Bullshit. That does look good though. I will say, okay, so it looks better than I thought. I will admit. I will say it looks better than I thought. Okay, let's examine this real quick here. So obviously we have Isaiah Bradley here. Now, if you don't know, or you didn't watch Falcon and the Winter Soldier, he is the black super soldier they had during the 60s, I think it was, who they didn't really talk about. They didn't really give any medals to. He kind of just was treated like shit. It was actually a fairly effective allegory for the time period, but what's important to know is that he's the strongest Captain America, essentially, and Bucky. And it seems as though here he was brainwashed into attacking Ross during some sort of political hearing, maybe an announcement of the presidency, something like that. I'm gonna turn this down a little bit, have it low. Which I didn't realize he was gonna be president in this. That's kind of strange, but you know, it's cool. And he gets up almost as if it was like some sort of brainwashing thing, and he attacks a guard. Tries to attack the president and gets basically arrested. Okay, so it's some sort of brainwashing thing, maybe some sort of code word, like the red book thing from with that Bucky uses, or gets used on him. Let's see what we got here. Okay, so it wasn't just him either. So someone brainwashed him. Wait. Oh, Serpent Society. Okay. Now, if you guys didn't, something real small, you might not have noticed. Serpent Society. Now that's, it's been a long time since I read Captain America. It's, um, if I remember right, that's kind of like Illuminati a little bit. They kind of, not like comic Illuminati, like real world Illuminati, where like they're like some sort of secret society who like pulls government's thing behind the scenes and stuff like that. But I don't know too much about them, but I do remember that they're like a known Captain America villain. So it seems like we're it seems like Call of Duty Black Ops the movie. No, I'm kidding, but a little bit here. Uh, Missiles, that's gonna be wild. Okay.
Circle's been compromised. Let me fix it. Watch yourself. You're not Steve Rogers. You're right. I'm not.
I really hope that Anthony Mackie Falcon comes into his own in this movie. And that's not to say that he's like useless or anything. I liked him a lot in Winter Soldier and I liked him a lot in Civil War, but he just there's something this movie needs to prove, I think, that he can be Captain America. Now, I already kind of think you could, but like he's not Chris Evans, you know what I mean? And that's not to be mean. I love Anthony Mackie. I think he's cool, but I don't really see him as a leading man, and I really hope this movie is going to change my mind about that. It looks like it will. It looks like he's really taking agency in this movie, and I really hope so. And he's got some nanotech here for his helmet, which, by the way, having a helmet on is a smart idea. I don't know. I don't think this is nanotech. I think it's just his helmet, but I could be wrong. Maybe he got it from Pepper, since she has Stark's company now.
Wait for it.
He had some sort of repulsory tech from his shield or something. That'd be
On
cool.
the brink of war.
Okay. And this is a new character. I forget what his name is in the comic books, but he's Falcon's sidekick. I don't know too much about him at all, really. He may not even be a comic book character. I just heard about it. I could be wrong, honestly. Wait. Wait. No. Reset Ross. Reset America. Okay. It's some sort of manifesto type shit. Like, the plot of this seems like it could be cool, actually, if I'm being honest with you. That's obviously Giancarlo, but that's pretty cool. I can't get too mad at that. That looks neat. I heard they did massive reshoots for this movie, and it was going to be very different, and people didn't really like it at first. So we'll see kind of what they're doing. I think the filmography looks good. The directing looks good. He gets arrested? The fuck? Now, something with him becoming Red Hulk is interesting to me. I don't quite...
America caught without his wings.
You like to play dress up and blindly execute the state's orders.
Don't say I didn't warn you.
What if this is a trap? You don't even know what this is.
Okay. Now, what's interesting to me here is there doesn't seem to be anything going on here. It's just a political meeting of some kind, maybe some sort of presidential address thing. And then out of nowhere, he collapses and starts turning into Red Hulk. Now, if you don't know, Red Hulk is Thaddeus Ross was going after Bruce Banner for years, both in comics and in movies. And so this is one of those things where eventually they probably cracked the code on how he became Hulk. And it looks like Ross either did something to himself or someone did something to him to make this happen. And that's interesting to me. Since when were they red? Yeah, somebody must have drugged him or something, or maybe he got angry during the meeting itself, maybe, which could cause that. That would make sense to me. He fucking destroys a ton of shit around here. What was that? Is that Hulk going through that? Probably. Through the White House, yeah. I'm telling you now, I do not believe for 1 second that Falcon's going to win this fight. And if he does, I will be kind of angry. Because unless they address that maybe Red Hulk isn't as strong as normal Hulk, but it sure looks like he is. So I don't see how that's going to go. Hopefully Falcon gets some help. With Bucky and some backup, maybe. But without somebody like Thor around, I just don't see it. But yeah, overall thoughts, it looks cool. I'm definitely gonna go see it anyway. I'll watch it no matter what. But I'm a little uneasy about it. Even in the poster, they showed like him taking the hit with the shield from Red Hulk, and I'm like, bullshit. That's not gonna happen. You will break every bone in your body just doing that. That's insanity. But yeah, it looks cool. I think it'll be good, but we'll have to see because those early early showings weren't very good. People didn't like it, so they had to do massive reshoots on this movie. So it might be pretty cool. We're actually going to talk about that in a minute because a lot of stuff has changed behind the scenes that I also want to discuss. But we'll get there. We'll get to that. Next, we have Thunderbolts. Now this one, I actually think looks pretty cool. I'm kind of excited for this movie. And because it's essentially about all the villains being put on a team, I guess with Bucky, but all the like street level ish villains, only like 2 of them even have powers. 3, but whatever. Most of them don't have powers. So let's see how this does.
Oh, America's so big. You ever drive through Oklahoma? It's so flat.
Love David Harbour.
You got a convoy approaching fast. Step on it.
He has a red Guardian mobile. That's funny.
Come on, baby.
Okay, a bit faster, please.
Lexi!
Okay, don't worry. Engaging defensive measures.
Oh my god.
Wait, that's not supposed
Oh my god.
Oh yes, a handgun's gonna do so much. Oh, I love Bucky.
Is that Bucky?
It's a Winter Soldier. That guy is so cool.
Bucky's cool as shit, honest. There's some Terminator vibes, bro. I love that.
That's what I talk about.
What?
How crazy is it to think of all the monumental fights that happened
What?
exactly here where you're standing? I mean, the
Hopefully it
place
doesn't
isn't
play
cheap,
music the
but
whole time.
It's got good optics. Look at you. You are all so adorable.
Huh.
Eat shit, Valentina.
Oh, damn it. I have to turn it down a little, because...
Assignment is... Oh, wait, hang on. Assignment is complete.
Huh.
What kind of super serum did you get?
I don't know, regular. Hydra.
Hydra. Oh, fancy.
Who is this old Santa?
The Red Guardian.
What?
Everyone here has done bad things. Shadow Ops.
Okay, okay.
Trick kills.
And you, former Red Room assassin. God only knows the blood on your hands.
Pretty ludicrous coming from the dime store Captain America.
I'll have you know I was actually the official Captain America, so.
Yeah, for like 2 seconds.
Yeah. I love that.
It's getting so tense in here.
Oh, Sentry, yeah.
Who are you?
I'm Bob.
Oh, Bob is cooler than you think. Just wait. La 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 la.
And we
Do
don't
you
have
want that? I want that. Sorry, I'm trying not to avoid copyright here.
So you can either do something about it now
Ooh, that's tight. Okay.
or live with it forever.
Huh.
So what, we all just punch and shoot?
We are the Thunderbolts!
Hmm.
Can't call ourselves that.
Thank God.
The Thunderbolts. It's a cool name.
It is a pretty cool name, actually. I like it. Okay. I'm still as convinced as I was before. This looks cool. I'm just gonna be real. This looks like it could be a good movie. Also, sorry I had to talk so much during it. I don't want to deal with copyright. I just started doing YouTube. Okay. Yeah, this looks cool. It kind of gives me some like Suicide Squad vibes a little bit here. Let me skip through here. It's interesting that Bucky is going after them. Hang on, let's skip to that bit here. It's funny that that he's a fan of Winter Soldier. But no, excuse me. It's interesting that Bucky's going after them. He almost seems in like actual Winter Soldier mode. So did somebody brainwash him again or something? I don't know. That's weird. But I don't have much to say on that because I'm not really sure who did it. Maybe that girl Veronica could have done it as like a way of just hunting them down. I'm not sure. But she didn't know who Red Guardian was, so why would... Yeah, we'll have to see. And one of them was on her team. She recruited John Walker at the end of Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So I'm unsure how. Oh, we'll have to see. Let me see here. This was cool. I have to admit, this was pretty cool. That's fire. He's pissed. He's probably, honestly, he might not be doing it for anybody. He might very well, honestly, just be going after him. And I wouldn't be surprised if he did, so. Also, Bucky looks better with long hair. I'm glad you stuck with that.
How crazy is it?
So I'm gonna go down a little bit here. Yeah, this is the girl who recruited all of them, or some of them, anyway, throughout some of these movies. And so that's kind of how the team gets assembled here. I think the actual Thunderbolts is a bit of a different team, but this is close enough. It don't matter. It's fine. No one's going to know that, but people like me anyway. Who cares? Let's see. We have Yelena Belova, which is the second Black Widow in the comic books. In this particular case, she's just a friend of Nat's, who was also part of that program. Plus, I also love Florence Pugh, so I think she's probably going to do pretty good in this movie. Bucky, obviously, is, Bucky. If you watch these movies, you already know who Bucky is. Red Guardian was only from the Black Widow movie, which I think kind of isn't a great movie. But he was a great part in it, so it's fine. I think you can salvage that. What else? John Walker is a cool character. Ghost, who was in Ant-Man 2, which I think was possibly the worst Marvel movie ever made. Here's my hot take for the day. Or at least it's up there. It's not as bad as like Blade Trinity, but it's not good. So, Taskmaster. Now, here's where we're going to get to some actual analysis. Hang on. Let me put this right here. Okay, so this guy's name is Bob. Now, these trailers are not telling you the truth. Bob is supposed to be Sentry. Now, if you don't know who Sentry is like Marvel's Superman, kind of. Only it's a bit different. His powers are very similar, but it's different. If I remember right, he like was a former like drug addict or something who got under some sort of government contract to like go under these experiments, and he ended up becoming like Superman pretty much, like as far as powers go. They're probably skipping over that. I don't even know if that's true. That's just what I remember. but I think he's just like a regular guy who's like kept down here like it's Flashpoint or something. And but he's quite powerful, I'm telling you. This man is not intimidating, or at least he shouldn't be. Because they cast him as Sentry a long time ago, and you can see how pissed he is here. I don't know if he has laser eyes or not, but he has super strength and speed and can fly and all that stuff. It might be something involving Sentry, like what they're doing involving Sentry. Maybe they break him out kind of on accident. This isn't really a trailer to analyze because they don't give you much about the plot. They did that more in the last trailer, so I'll let you guys kind of watch that if you want to know kind of some stuff. But yeah, I'm sorry if I didn't have much to say about this one, but I think it looks pretty cool. I'm pretty excited about this movie. I want fun that is taken seriously, and I think this is a good enough group where you could do that. I think this is good fun that you can really do something with. But yeah, anyway, that's all I really got to say about these two. Marvel released a thing here recently. There's a little thing they showed. A look ahead. Here we go. This is what it was. All right, let's take a look at this because I've already seen this, but I have some stuff that I want to say about it. So I'm gonna let it play first, and then I'll react to it.
It's gonna get good.
It's been some time, hasn't it? You've come up in the world.
I could say the same about you.
I wonder if your darker half would agree. Exactly what kind of a lawyer are you?
A really good one.
I'm excited for that. And this looks cool. Very different.
I want to build something undeniable.
Anyone who's ever accomplished anything iconic in life has had to do some questionable things to get it done.
For an adventure?
I need to catch up on What If. I'm like a whole year behind. Was that fucking Gundam? Zombies. This will be cool.
You can slate whenever you're ready.
Simon Williams, reading for Wonder Man.
Wonder Man.
Born to play this character.
And we both have a lot riding on this.
You better not mess this up. I know.
I am ready.
This might be cool.
I am Marvel Jesus.
Road ahead of us. Much to do.
I'm really excited for Daredevil. Okay, so there's some of these I don't have anything to say about, but some of these I really do. For starters, I like the funny edit here with this.
It's gonna get good.
This is pretty smart. Okay, now I'm gonna get to the part to each individual little part here. I have been wanting to see Daredevil Born Again for a long time, dude. I am such a huge fan of Daredevil. Oh shit. Do I have it? I can just show you, actually. Okay, here we go. I have... Here, let me turn this up so you can see it a little bit better. I have a signed copy of my Daredevil #1 comic book, signed by both Charlie Cox and by Vincent D'Onofrio, who play Kingpin and Daredevil, respectively. I've met them both in real life and got this signed. That's how serious I am about this shit. I'm gonna put that on the wall somewhere. But anyway, That's just to say I absolutely loved Daredevil on Netflix, and I love Daredevil in comic books too. So like the suit looks really good. It looks actually really similar to the Netflix one, but a little bit different, and I like it.
It's been some time, hasn't it?
So if we're going by the canon of the show, which I think is what they're doing, because I'm pretty sure they confirmed that Daredevil seasons 1 through 3 are still canon to the show. So for this, Wilson Fisk is out of prison still, and Daredevil is back to being a lawyer.
Some time, hasn't it?
And fucking Frank Castle is in this. I love John Bernthal in this role. He's perfect for it. God, I love this fucking show. And they actually got the people who made... We'll get there. I'll talk to you about that in a minute. But yeah, he's in this, and I'm really excited.
Come up in the world.
I could say the same about you.
I wonder if
He's still with Vanessa. Looks like there's some sort of craziness going on in the city here. I don't quite know what's going on here, but look at the background. There's like riots and stuff, and he's having to do something about it. Fuck yes. Oh, this is gonna be good. And that actually, most people didn't catch this, but I did. Oh, such a good suit. Most people didn't catch this, but I did.
exactly what kind of a lawyer are you?
Where is it? Here it is. Most people didn't catch this. This is Bullseye from the Daredevil season 3. But the helmet might be a little too red, but I like the suit overall. He's beating up criminals as he usually does.
What kind of a lawyer are you? A really good one.
They even reference the funny joke from No Way Home where he talks about being a good lawyer. That's funny. But yeah, no, we've campaigned for this show for a long time, and I'm so glad that we're actually like finally getting it, because what they were gonna do is just reboot it. They weren't gonna continue the show at all. But like, well, we'll get to that. But long story short, they were gonna reboot it entirely and kick out Foggy and Karen and the other characters and just have him and Kingpin return, and that's it. And they actually filmed a pilot and several episodes, and they restarted. Now I'm gonna tell you why in a minute, but I just wanted to address that. This is very much what I wanted for a long time. Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. Now this might be cool. The cel-shaded animation is interesting. It looks very much like a comic book. There's not a whole lot to say about it because it's like only a couple frames, but it's supposed to be in its own universe. So if I were a betting man, I would say that that's obviously Peter. That's probably Harry. And this is probably MJ. And this is probably Ned. If I were a betting man, I would say that. It was originally supposed to be like a prequel for the Tom Holland Spider-Man thing, but they kind of just made it its own like universe thing. So, you know, whatever. Might be good. I don't care too much about it, though. It might be cool. It might not be. Now, I get some, I'm going to say disagreement over Ironheart. I don't think she's a very fascinating character. I didn't think she was very likable in Wakanda Forever, personally. And I don't really care about her. It might be cool. I like that suit much better. Wait, hang on. Why do you have to have these? Like, it looks so awkward. I forget what her comic costume looks a lot like Iron Man's suit. I don't think. It doesn't have these gigantic, or at least I don't think it did. Like, unless you're like doing something, like Iron Man's would like shoot up and then shoot lasers or something. That's fine, but like if they just stick there, it kind of looks weird. They put a lot of money in it, I could tell. It might be cool. What the fuck? What the fuck? Hang on. She's watching a bunch of money burn and shit. What the fuck? That's interesting. Huh. I don't know what's going on. I should try to catch it. That's funny. It might be good and stuff. I don't care about it. I'm sorry. I probably won't even watch it if I'm being honest, but maybe I will. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. If people like it, I'll give it a chance. But there's so much of this shit coming out next year that I'm just gonna have to be picky and choosy. What If? Now this is a great show. If you haven't seen it, there's so many cool episodes, so many cool ideas, and this is gonna be the last season of this, which is kind of sad, but I think if they do it well, it could be cool. Now, What If is cool. I'm not going to address everything you see here just because there's too much to it, but bro, there's a fucking Gundam Captain America. You can't tell me you're too good for this shit. Anyway, sorry, I couldn't hold that in. Marvel Zombies. Now, they said this is going to be rated R. That I'm excited for. It looks like some sort of civil war between the zombies and shit, which is kind of what they do in the comic books too. Is that... Who is that? Oh, they even did the thing from the comic book where they all just jump off. Let's see. This might be pretty awesome. I'm excited for this. They said it's going to be a limited series, I think, and it's going to be rated R, which I think is very cool. Who is that? Let's see. White Eyes. Who the fuck has... Is that Moon Knight? No, that can't be Moon Knight. Unless they changed who he was. Maybe it's someone else.
You can slate whenever you're ready.
Simon Williams, reading for Wonder Man.
Yeah, I'll be real with you. I know absolutely nothing about Wonder Man. This is a project that I know nothing about. Nothing. I know nothing. I don't know if he has powers. I've read comics with him in it, but he didn't really do anything in the ones that he was in. I only read him in Uncanny Avengers, I think, for a couple issues, and that's about all I've seen him in. It is funny that he's basically an actor, and it's funny that Ben Kingsley is in this, trying to help him after his days as being Mandarin are done. That's kind of funny, but I don't care too much about this. It looks like a comedy. I might give it a watch, but now Eyes of Wakanda, if you did not know, this show was supposed to be some sort of like 4 or 5 part like anthology series about Wakandans throughout history going to other parts of the world to get vibranium back, I think, which could be cool. It could be neat. They didn't show much footage here of it, but it could be cool. It looks like a different art style too. This looks different than What If, which is interesting. I appreciate that they're willing to diverge from not just one art style, but doing multiple. We're seeing that here a little bit with not only Eyes of Wakanda, but with Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man too, because that's very different than other stuff. So I'm interested. I'm interested to see what happens. Anyway, Deadpool and Wolverine was fantastic. If you guys haven't seen it, yeah, I'm interested in basically all of these except Ironheart and Wonder Man. I don't really care about I don't care about those two, but the others I'm pretty into. This looks good. Now, the thing to talk about at the end here that I wanted to address is part of the reason that Marvel has sucked for quite some time is, and I might cut this toward the beginning of the video, but I don't think I will, because how do I describe this? Okay, so when Avengers, like the first Iron Man through Avengers Endgame was going on, we had Bob Iger in charge of Disney, and Bob Iger retired after or slightly before Endgame, and then Bob Chapek got in charge, and his rule basically to Kevin Feige, who was in charge of Marvel, was pump as much as you can as fast as you can, essentially, and that led to a crazy flooding of the market for Marvel stuff. There's way too much crap now, and people know that. So it was one of those things that was causing a severe lack in quality for some time. Aside from, now there's some good stuff in there, like No Way Home, Loki is fantastic, stuff like that. But then you have like Thor Love and Thunder, and fucking Eternals, whatever the fuck that was. I don't even know. But and shows that were just either mid or bad. And it just, and I think he said the same with Star Wars, but that's not really confirmed. But I'm pretty sure he did. But anyway, all that to say, Bob Chapek is gone now from there, and Bob Iger is back in charge, and he gave Kevin Feige his authority back. And the second he did, and I did the timeline just to be sure, the second he did that, the first thing that Feige did was fire everybody who was working on Daredevil and restart. And literally, they filmed like half the show, and he just threw it away and restarted entirely and made it like a sequel to the Netflix series. So that tells me he was just spread too thin. He did a lot of stuff. He delayed a lot of things. He put in massive reshoots for Brave New World. He canceled several projects. Armor Wars is not coming out, dude. I'm sorry, but it's not. Blade is probably not coming out, and that one kind of breaks my heart because I really like Blade and I really like Mahershala Ali, but it's not happening. Okay, we're gonna get a Bloodborne remake before we get Blade. Okay, and yeah, no, the future of Marvel is looking a lot better now, I think. That being said, I'm still curious about the future of DC a little bit more than Marvel currently. And that's only because they're starting with Superman and working their way outward and doing some good stuff with that, I think. But it's suffice to say that Marvel is actually doing a bit different than before. A lot of this stuff is gonna be fixed, I think. A lot of the problems we have are gonna be taken care of, and things are gonna be a lot better, I think. So anyway, I was gonna do multiple videos for these, but then I thought about it and I'm just like, I'm already doing 2 other videos. I don't really have the time to make like 5 YouTube videos to talk about all this, but a 40-minute talk about it I think is enough. But anyway, that's all I really got to say. I appreciate you guys for watching. There are more YouTube videos coming, 2, and I don't want to say what they are, but you'll see. One is going to take a good amount of work, and the other is just a tier list that I enjoyed making. So anyway, if you guys appreciate it or you like the content, please drop a follow, subscribe, stuff like that. I also stream on Twitch. If you didn't know, there's gonna be a link in the description. You'll see it yourself. But anyway, that's all I got to say, and I'm interested in talking about these things. I'll probably do reviews whenever I watch them, like movies and shows and stuff, but I like it. So anyway, I'm curious how it's going to go, and appreciate you guys. Have a good night.